Good morning, everybody. It's Paul, the 920 Trader with 920 Trading and Trading Decoded. Today is Wednesday, September 25th, 2024. This is a pre-market analysis that I'm doing this morning before the market opens. And you can look down here and you can see that we're about a little over an hour before market opens. So, I mean, things could change. Obviously, things, do change just a little bit. But these are the things that I will be looking for today. Now, if we are just looking at the pre-market, we can see, now remember back to Monday, how pre-market was just a disjointed mess. That's kind of the same thing that we're seeing in here. If we look back at yesterday, if we look at, after hours yesterday, and even price action for the last 3.5 hours or so yesterday, price action was horrible. Price action yesterday reminded me of Monday price action, Friday and Thursday. So we've essentially had 4 days of really, really poor price action. Now we've had a few decent plays in there. Yesterday we had a couple of plays, nice plays back to the upside and the downside. These were nice plays in here. But again, after that, it just became disjointed. It was bad. It was difficult to make money even on the best executed plays, folks, because again, look at this price action. It's just up and down and up and down. Nothing really sustained. These candles were just, they were ugly. And then we get to the after hours yesterday, and it was the same thing. And, in pre-market, we're kind of seeing that same thing, folks. So it's disjointed. There's nothing really to hang your hat on. No true direction. We've got the pre-market high, 571.30, pre-market low, 570.09. So we have $1.29. That's not a lot, folks. That's not very much at all. If we go back to the high of yesterday, I do believe that was going to be, that's right around close yesterday. So right around this area up here, 571.36 or so. Now, if we break to the upside, I would be looking for about 572.52. I'd be looking for a rejection out of that zone right there. And here's, I'll go over the Y here in just a second. Now, if we break low, I'll be looking for about 568.26. So we got a little over $1 to the upside, a couple dollars to the downside. But again, these are just the levels that I'm looking at based on this right here. Okay, so 30 minutes. So this is the 30-minute zones. So we can go back to yesterday. So we actually made this this demand zone yesterday. We could actually go back a little bit further. We can go back to Monday. We had a couple of zones that we made. We made a really, really nice one at this level, so 568.26. And then the zone up above, we made that last week. That's when we made that all-time high last Thursday. So we got that 30-minute zone sitting up here. It needs to be a little bit lower down in there. There we go. So these are the levels that I'm looking at, and this is the why behind these levels. So in other words, if we make a run back to the downside, I'd be expecting support down here. This could be a situation, again, if we make a move to the downside where we get a few candles down and then we recapture and then we take off to the upside. And consequently, if we do the same thing to the upside, we could get a couple of candles that actually breach this 572.50 and then come back down. Now, we don't have a catalyst. Well, we do have a catalyst today. We've got a couple of orange folder events. At 10 o'clock, we've got new home sales. We've got crude oil inventories at 10:30 today. Now, yesterday's consumer confidence numbers were absolutely horrible. It was the worst change in months and months and months. But yeah, it was really, really bad. So that's really the only catalyst we have. Again, new home sales, which could move the market if it comes in. The expectation is 699,000 new homes. Now, last month was 739,000, so we got a 40,000 new home reduction. And if it comes in worse, we could potentially see a move back to the downside. But again, if we do see a move back to the downside, I'd be looking at this number down here, 568.26, to pick that up as support. If we start making moves further back to the downside, we've got levels down below that we could potentially go hit. But again, I'm looking back to pre-market, and there's just not a whole lot going on, and it's disjointed at best. You can see based on volume profile that there's very, very little volume below this 570.87 on the daily. Now 570.87, let's remember that number, 570.87. Again, this is Pre-market, sometimes it just doesn't like to show that volume profile. There we go. So this is the volume over the last 2 days. So 570.87 is going to be right in here, folks. So there's a little bit of volume based on yesterday and today. So there is this with a 2-day POC sitting at 570.53. Now, if we start breaching numbers back to the downside, 570.38, you can see how this volume is really, really thin down here. Let's see what she looks like on the 30 minutes. So 570.38. Let's see, 570.38. It's going to be right in here. So again, you can see that very, very, it's a shelf. You can see that shelf down there. So again, below that level, it gets much more thin, or thinner, if you will, all the way down to 561.83. There's a 30-minute POC sitting way down there. So we're going to watch these levels very, very carefully. So be aware of these levels in your trading today, folks. And again, always trust that 920. So what we're trying to do with the 920 is we want crossovers, but we want to take those crossovers, generally speaking, out of major levels. So you can play reversals. You can do, basically whatever you want with the 920. But generally speaking, how the 920 works is you get a couple of crosses to the next major zone. It rejects out of that zone, and then you get a nice move back in the opposite direction. But again, trust your 920 and trust that 9 to take you to those zones. And again, once you get to one of those major levels, wait for the crossover and then attack, and really go in, obviously predefine that risk. But again, once you get that crossover at a major level, that is where you want to take your plays, folks. And again, this is just my opinion. But if you take your plays at those major levels, you'll take fewer plays throughout the day. And the plays that you do take will be higher quality trades. So again, these are the levels that I will be looking at today. We hope everybody has a great day today. And again, follow your plan today, folks. Again, 10 o'clock today, we have we have the one report orange folder event and another orange folder event, which is oil inventories at 10:30 today. So at 10 o'clock, we have a report, and then again at 10:30. But anyway, folks, now I will tell you this. If you are interested in live daily trading, where we talk about every single one of these trades. So we talk about what we're looking for, and we talk about how we're specifically trading these trades. Head on over to our live trading Discord. It's called Trading Decoded. The link for that is down below. We are so convinced that you'll find value in what we do that we're going to give you that first week for free. If it's for you, wonderful. If it's not, hey, send me a message and maybe tell me how you think we could get better. But anyway, head on over there. Again, it's called Trading Decoded. And first week is free. Now, if you're interested in the 920 strategy, head on over to 920trading.com. The entire strategy is there for you to see. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars on some super secret strategy that is neither super nor secret. It's been around for a long time. The 920, although I do have my own twist on it, the 920 strategy has been around as long as moving averages have been around. And again, I just have my own twist on it, but I didn't really come up with anything other than a few little nuances. But again, folks, I hope everybody has a great trading day today. And again, these are the levels that I'll be looking at throughout the day. Hope everybody has a great day. Follow your plan, folks. The beauty is in the plan. Don't worry about the result. The result will take care of itself if and only if you can follow your plan without making trading mistakes. But again, I hope everybody has a great rest of the day. We're going to do this again at the end of the day. So until then, we will see you in the markets.